Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hey guys, I'm Vanessa.
My name is Paul. As you can clearly see from the title, you already know what we're going to talk about.
Yep, and the title is Questions That Christians Are Too Afraid to Ask in the Bedroom.
Yes, if you have kids around you and they can hear us talking, please make them leave the room.
Yeah.
This is not for kids.
This is not a
this
topic
is for adult,
that they should hear.
Yeah, this is for Christians that are married and that are about to get married and they want to answer these questions.
Yes, I think mostly people who are married.
Yeah, people who are married.
Yes.
But if you're dating, you could watch this video. As long as you're an adult.
Yeah, you could watch it for your future, not for like right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Follow the Bible.
Yeah, if you wasn't raised as a Christian, you used to watch pornography. I used to watch pornography, and at that time, I call myself a Christian, but I wasn't a real Christian. No real Christian watch pornography. So I watch pornography, and what you see in pornography, this is not things you should do in the bedroom, because what you see in there, they do all type of things, and you should not take this thing into the bedroom.
Yeah. So we're going to discuss some things that are very vital, some things that I think a Christian couple should discuss, but I feel like a lot of us are kind of scared. For people, you discuss people who already was in the world, but for me, who was raised in a household that was Christian, everybody was Christian, so I feel like these are much harder for me because sex is like such a taboo to even talk about. It's like quote unquote bad. When I got into marriage, I had to literally change my mindset that sex is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing between two married couples. But of course, Satan will taint that and make it ugly and make it dirty. So it's not a bad thing, and it's not a bad thing to talk about sex, and it's not shameful to talk about it as well.
Yes, and the first one we have for you guys is having a sexual fantasy wrong? What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so I didn't know too much about sexual fantasies. You know how when you see like nurses and things like that on TV, or like when I was younger, I used to watch all these things, and I'm like, what are they doing? I never understood it, but I guess in marriage, I understand that sometimes people like those.
Fetish.
They have fetish, or they have those fantasy things, but I think it depends on what fantasy it is.
Yeah, it depends what fantasy. If it's something that you do that's not there's people that invite other people to the bedroom. You know that's a no. And there's other people that use toys. You know what I mean? So these things should not be. You should not bring these things to the bedroom, because when God created Adam and Eve, and he told them to be fruitful.
There wasn't all these things. It was just simple.
It was simple, so we have to keep it simple as Christians.
Yeah, but I think it's okay to like. I feel like it's okay to have fun. Yeah. And because it's not like a bad thing to have fun with your spouse.
Yeah, we're not saying it's wrong. It's to us, it's not wrong to have a sexual fantasy, but you have to make sure that
it's not dirty.
It's not.
It's not dirty. It's not like you fantasizing about someone else. You just probably want to see your wife or
happy.
Your wife in a different outfit.
Yeah, outfit. That's fine.
That's funny. It's not like you want you want her to be somebody else that and you're fantasizing about someone else. That's just weird. And
there's nothing wrong. Your wife dressing up, or you dressing up for your wife. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So again, with that question, I would say it depends, and always. I know it's kind of hard to talk about this, especially if you came from a background like mine.
Yeah. It's
so hard to even bring that up. So I think it's still important to have that conversation, because maybe your partner would want something like that.
Yeah, you want something like that. And this is something you have to discuss and find out what exactly they are into.
Yeah.
And if it's something weird, something that you're not into, you have to speak up. Say, I'm not into that, and I'm not going to do that. You have to speak up, period, all right?
And some of them are sin. Like, if your spouse has, like, creepy fantasies, like, it's creepy, you're like, no, I'm so sorry. So sorry for you. Go and pray about this fantasy.
You should not do something that make you feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Make sure you're comfortable with that.
Exactly.
And the second one we have for you guys, oh my God, is having anal sex wrong? Is it okay to have anal sex? And you already know the answer to that.
Yeah.
The butthole, the anus is not meant. Is not meant for penetration. It's not meant for that. It's meant for defecation.
And It's
And
completely.
like I said, I used to watch pornography, and pornography you see that all the time. And this is something I used, when I was watching porn, in those days, I was a little bit attracted to that. I didn't want to. I wasn't gonna go on to do it, but I know it was wrong. I was going to do, but you watching it, it entice you.
Oh wow, this is my first time hearing him say that. To be honest,
It's true.
but I could understand that too. Like when you watching pornography, it's introducing you to a lot of perversion,
Yeah.
a lot of things that aren't biblical, and a lot of things that you've never even thought of doing. So, but anal sex, we could already see that it's wrong because one, it's for poop. It's for you to poop, right? And if you have diarrhea, it's for it to just come out, like things to come out. It's not for things to go inside. It wasn't made for that. Like you could see in biology that it wasn't created for that.
It wasn't created. In people that primarily have anal sex or gay people, or people who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Those are people that practice this thing, and they should not indulge in that world because it's very disgusting. It's not meant for that. It's meant for defecation.
Yeah. And if you see nowadays, like one of my friends who is a nurse, and she was saying that a lot of patients now are coming in with a lot of sickness that has to do with that the anal whatever.
Anal, yeah.
So much sickness. Why? Because more people are being more active in this gay lifestyle. So there's more young people engaging in that. So there's more anal sex happening. So
Young people, especially young people.
and there's a lot of so-called straight people, straight
Yeah.
men who's encouraging their significant other to go into anal sex. So these women are going into the hospital also getting sick. So anal sex is very detrimental for your
Very
body.
bad. Yeah. And I can guarantee you there's some so-called Christian couple that indulge in anal sex. It's just if you indulge in anal sex, know that hey, you're committing a sin.
Yeah.
You need to repent.
Most women are not into that.
Yeah.
Most women are not into that.
Hold on now. You don't know most women. There's some women that I know that they're not. I don't know them, but they are into that stuff like that.
Yes, there's
a lot of women are into that.
some are, but I feel like a lot of women that I've met, or a lot of people that I know, or even heard, like things like that, they're not into stuff like that. But it's usually encouraged by, like, even if when I used to watch a certain type of movies. Now I don't watch anything that has to do with anything of those things. But when I used to watch certain type of movies, you would see that whenever anal sex is done, it's always as a punishment for the woman.
Yeah.
You would always see that the man would do it as a way of punishing the woman and abusing the woman, and the woman would always look like they're in pain, they're suffocating, because it's not pleasurable. It's not pleasurable for them, because a lot of this stuff is it's painful and it's destructive, so it's for the body. So yeah, and if you're a husband that's indulging into something like that, I think you should pray against it. If you feel like you're attracted to things like that, pray against it, because you're putting your wife in a very terrible position, and she could die. Something bad could happen to her. Like, just you're putting her in a very bad position, and you are supposed to be her protector.
Yeah, it wasn't. Just know it wasn't meant for that, and keep the bedroom pure.
Yes.
Do not defile the bedroom. And the Christian should have this in our mind. The bedroom is pure. Keep it simple. Keep it Christ-like.
Yeah, I love
Right.
what you said. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple. And the last one we have for you guys, this question is more of a woman, because men are simple. This is the last one is, are you sexually satisfied?
Yeah. I think it's hard to ask that question. Well, it's not hard to ask that question, because I did ask you that question many times. But I feel like it's hard when you're not satisfied, I think.
Yeah.
And this is when it's hard, because you don't want to make the other person feel bad or anything like that. So you're basically like asking you're asking the person that your significant other that you're not really satisfied, and can they do something that is more pleasurable for you?
Yeah, this is more of a woman. Women. When women are not really satisfied and their partner doesn't know how work in the bedroom, and they don't want to embarrass their partner. A lot of women that I've heard of, they're not satisfied, but they tell their partner they're satisfied. So if you're one of the person, just don't do that, man. Don't. This is a life of misery. If you're not satisfied and you're gonna pretend that you are, what do you say? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I feel like some women does when they do that because they don't want to make their partner feel bad or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's better to just be honest than to be dishonest because maybe they just don't know,
Yeah.
right?
Just imagine if you're honest with your husband, you can be satisfied. You don't have to pretend all the time. Living a lie. In Christian, we're not called to live a lie. We are called to be truthful, especially to our significant other.
Yeah.
You're going to spend the rest of your life with that person. Why pretending? So if you're not satisfied, you should just tell your partner that you're not satisfied, and you guys can talk about it and work it out together.
Yeah, imagine being married for 50 years and you never told your spouse that you're not satisfied.
Yeah.
And that would be torture.
Yeah, I'm sure there's women that's been married for years, and never tell their partners they're not satisfied.
And you know what could be the problem too, babe? Maybe the husband or they don't have that space to do it.
Yeah.
You make me feel very comfortable. Like I feel like I could talk to my husband about anything. Sometimes it's too much. But I talk to my husband about everything, but that's because he made that space available for me. But maybe some people don't have that space. Maybe their husband is so hardcore, and they probably would get angry, so they don't want to upset him, so they don't.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of women that's in those type of relationships.
Yeah.
And they don't have that connection with their husband. They're not comfortable. And if she does, tell her husband, I'm not satisfied, he probably get angry. He probably say, well, the problem is not me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
He's not willing to learn. He's not willing to try another thing. Oh God.
Yeah. So if you're a husband like that, change.
Yeah.
Okay,
talk to him or something.
Yeah, make the environment okay for your spouse to be able to talk to you and to tell you, hey, I would prefer you to do this instead of that.
Yeah.
So make sex fun because this is what God created for you guys to do. So do it wonderfully.
And keep the bedroom pure.
Yes.
Keep it simple. Keep it Christ-like.
Keep
do
it
not
clean.
do not do what the world is doing. The world is doing they're just trying to get anything that's new they want to try.
Yeah, peeing on people, doing all the come on, just stop.
Peeing on people, that's crazy.
Nobody
wants
that's disgusting. Okay.
Anyway, the thing that the world is into is crazy. And a Christian, you should not indulge in those practices.
Yes.
If we indulge in those practices, as Christian, we are committing sin.
Yeah.
And we don't want to commit sin because we want to be part of God's kingdom. When Christ returns the second time, we want to go with him. We want to be in God's kingdom. So do not practice this thing. Keep it Christ-like.
Yes, and when you keep it Christ-like, God is always going to
bless
the union, but God is always going to bless it and continue to be with you. So remember that whenever you're in your relationship, it's three people. It's you, your spouse, and God.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, don't ever kick God out of your relationship because that's how there's a lot of divorces and there's a lot of things that occur in marriages is because they kick God out of this picture. So once you leave God in, everything will work out.
All right, guys. So this is the video we have for you guys, and just press the like button. Just press the like button. A lot of you guys that watch this video, you do not press the like button. When you press the like button, it just what YouTube does. It shows
the algorithm.
The algorithm
goes ahead and share with other people.
Yeah, it pops up on other people's feed that has not subscribed to this channel. So please press the like button so other Christians can find this channel.
Yes.
All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
All right.